Podcast. The Blace Podcast.
Blace Podcast.
Blace
The Blace Podcast.
The Blace Podcast.
Hello, everyone. It's Caleb Sapp, CEO and founder of ByBlace, and welcome to the first episode of Season 4 of the Blace Podcast. Yes, we have returned with stories of triumph, community, and the unmistakable aroma of success. Yes, as said in the title of today's season premiere, we are going to recap the successes that we had in 2023 of Blace Odyssey and get into so much more that we have planned in 2024. Welcome to the Blace Podcast Season 4! Welcome to this season's first Fireside Chat, where I want to reflect on our journey through 2023 of Blace Odyssey, a year that was nothing short of extraordinary for us at ByBlace. We not only hit milestones, but created moments that paved the way for years to come. A year ago, we were setting goals, some of which honestly felt like reaching for the stars. But here we are, having not only reached them, but having shot past them with a streak of success and support that we experienced throughout the year. In February, we launched 4 new fragrances of wax melts in a second batch of Blace melts. March brought the Apothecary collection into the homes of many, and May ushered in the Blace Scents Incense collection into our hearts. As if it couldn't get any better, the Scents of America collection took over the month of July with Patriotic Bliss. In August, we crossed a historic milestone with a number that still has me in awe: $1,200 in sales. It's more than a number. It's countless hours of crafting products, and it's a myriad of moments of testing and trying those products, perfecting them for our wonderful audiences. And it's every single smile that we brought to your faces with our candles, wax melts, and incense, and even our podcast. Each sale was a vote of confidence, a shared celebration of handmade artistry that we have in our products. As the year winded down, the company decided to focus on putting together our first ever pop-up shop at the University at Albany. It happened in December, and we met more than 300 people at the event and even sold out our pop-up exclusive Basics collection. That was a dream turned reality, a place where our candles and wax melts could be seen, smelled, and savored up close. It was where I met many of you, some new faces, where we exchanged stories, where the Blace community became stronger than ever. And then there's our digital family, our presence on Instagram across the former Blace Candles and Blace Plus pages that became hubs of interaction, especially within the vibrant circle at the University at Albany. We saw our following grow, not just in numbers, but in engagement. Every like, comment, and share was a whisper of encouragement, pushing us to keep crafting, keep sharing, and most importantly, to keep being a part of your lives. So, as we light our candles or incense, or melt our wax melts today, let them represent each milestone that we've experienced, each memory that we've created, and each step we've taken together this past year. Here's to you, the supporter. Here's to us at ByBlace, and here's to the journey ahead. Stay with me as we've got so much more to talk about in the next segment, the ByBlace Bulletin, after our first Blace spot of today. As the clock strikes midnight, marking the start of a new year, I'm thrilled to welcome you into our new world where every scent tells its own story and every product symbolizes our dedication and artistry. It all started in 2020 with a simple idea and a profound passion for unique and comforting scents. This year, Blace Candles becomes ByBlace, signifying our vision for growth in 2024, a Blace frontier. We're not just about candles anymore. We're about creating atmospheres to enrich your everyday life. Welcome to the heart of our podcast, the ByBlace Bulletin, where we peel back the curtain on ByBlace's inner workings and share the pulse of our progress. This past year, each sale and each interaction wasn't just a transaction, it was a handshake, a conversation, and a building block in the foundation of ByBlace. The Basics collection, born from the simplicity of scent and sense, not only sold out, but connected us more deeply with our roots. the basics of our passion for making products that make your days. The scents of the collection included apples and cream, ocean, macchiato, and sandalwood pine. At the pop-up shop, the enthusiasm that we had turned our candles into more than just products. They became a symbol of our shared journey. And as we sold out, looking ahead, we're not just planning to build on these successes, we're looking to multiply them. As the year unfolds, we plan to release one year-long collection called the Blace Basics, a group of diverse scents that serve as the hallmarks of our catalog. With popular scents like oats and honey and macchiato returning, as well as new scents like pineapple mango and eucalyptus pine. All across 2024, a Blace frontier, we look forward to introducing new products as we evolve into the new era of ByBlace. In next week's episode of the Blace Podcast Season 4, ByBlace and Candles, we'll delve into the significant transition from Blace Candles to ByBlace. The evolution signifies more than just a name change. It represents a new chapter in our story. We'll discuss our broader product range, including expanded lines of incense and wax melts, our commitment to handcrafted quality and sustainable practices, as well as our exciting plans for 2024, a Blace Frontier. These include, but certainly are not limited to, the home collection of Blace Melts in February, the hemp collection of Blace Candles in April, and the floral collection of the Blace Scents Incense collection in March. So join us next time as we turn the page together and step into the glow of ByBlace's future. Until then, keep those candles shining and those wax melts melting. And thank you for being the brightest part of the Blace Podcast. Now let's get into my favorite part of the podcast, the Blace Talk. Welcome to the Blace Talk, where we step outside the candle studio and into other aspects of my life. Since August, aside from my role at ByBlace, I've had the privilege of being the Director of Programming and Marketing for the University of Albany Student Association. In just one semester, I've taken the Student Association to new heights with my marketing chill. Imagine over 1,000 posters, each one of them being a beacon of information, collaboration, and engagement, blanketing the university's living areas, all 6 of them. And the Student Association's website that I renovated is a hub of vibrant activity, and it drew in unprecedented web traffic. The campus center of the university is now filled with Student Association commercials that I did, which is a testament to my collaboration with the university's officials and their organizations. But there's more. My partnership with the Albany Student Press, our student newspaper, the massive social media campaigns reaching thousands, and the rejuvenation of the Senate social media presence, they crossed over 1,000 followers. But these are just the tip of the iceberg. Perhaps my most fulfilling achievement has been creating the Wikipedia page for the Student Association. It's not just an ordinary page or article. It's a century of history of the organization brought to life in a digital environment, which is a monument to our student body's legacy and spirit. Each one of these achievements reflects a passion for the community, a drive for excellence, and a commitment to service, and the values that we cherish both at ByBlace and in the broader community. In addition to my wonderful performance as the Director of Programming and Marketing for the Student Association, I've made sure to hit the books, chill, and especially with this fall semester, oh my gosh, it has been one hell of a ride with my academics, but I am so proud to say that I finished my semester with a 3.48 GPA, y'all. Oh my God, I was so happy. I was just so ecstatic because I've been getting these 3.0s and aboves ever since I've came to U Albany, and I think the environment that I surrounded myself with really carried my academics to new heights, and especially my cumulative GPA with the addition of this wonderful 3.48 GPA after this semester. My cumulative GPA is now 3.4, and mind you, the guideline for cum laude, graduating cum laude from my bachelor's, is 3.25 at the University of Albany. And guess what is magna cum laude? 3.5, and my GPA is a 3.4 on the dot now. So that means that I am closer to magna cum laude, then cum laude. So I'm very comfortable in my position right now. It's insane to me. Like, the power of academics and surrounding yourself with the people that can drive you and really motivate you is so important in a college atmosphere. And that's something that I learned again in the fall of 2023, because I also learned how to open up myself to new audiences. Part of my position at the Student Association was that I needed to give these speeches, and I need to give my so-called reports to the Senate. And the Senate is like more than like 40 people, fellow students, and they all represent different cohorts of the body. And I remember just like the first time I stepped up there, it was back in the end of the fall 2022 semester, and I was actually just an assistant to the VP. If y'all remember in season 2 of the Blace Podcast, the Universities and Candles episode, that was when I was assistant to the vice president, and I gave a speech, and I was like, well, not a speech, but it was like part of the director's report, which is like the executive branch of the government. And I remember giving this speech where it was like, I just am so happy to be amongst all of you, and I can't wait to be a bigger part of the Student Association. And to think that that really like grew into a directorship of one of the biggest, most funded departments in the Student Association, and I get to lead that, and I definitely utilized all of the resources that came with that position to not only move forward the Student Association, but to connect our student body as a whole. I expanded the Student Association's presence across all of the popular social media platforms like Yik Yak, Reddit, GroupMe, Discord, everything else. And I used those billboards, those digital boards in the campus center to provide a very dynamic and eye-catching visuals to my advertisements and to our messages as the Student Association. Definitely more people saw the Student Association this past semester than ever before, because I literally blanketed those posters everywhere. You could not go back to your dorm room or university apartment without seeing those posters, and that was the goal. I just literally couldn't have done it without the support of the executive branch, everybody in the Student Association, honestly, that supported me, complimented my initiatives, supported my initiatives, and to the student body of the university, because they funded the initiatives. But I was just so excited to serve my community like that. I definitely got to do some community service as a part of my job as well, and I enjoyed that as well. And I really am excited for this next semester, because there's even more to do as the director of programming and marketing, and as a e-board person in my college Democrats organization at the university. And I'm looking forward to all of that. I'm looking forward to everything in this next semester, the spring 2024 semester, the end of my junior year of university, of undergrad. It's definitely an exciting time. It's a transitional time, and I am enjoying every second of it. So that is definitely what is going on outside of ByBlace. Maybe y'all have seen that it sort of toned down for the company across August through December, and that's really because I was pouring everything that I had into this directorship and my academics and everything else. So ByBlace, Blace Candles, what was known as, really had to go on the back burner for that span of time. So I went from Blace Candles to the Student Association, and now I'm back at Blace Candles, but now it's called ByBlace. So it's really amazing. It's great to be back, and it's great to be recording this podcast for all of you, because I really do love the Blace Podcast. I really do. And I really channeled those like oratory skills into those speeches that I gave in the Student Association, because I was doing it, child. I was walking around the room, I was making eye contact, I was engaging, I was passing out pamphlets during my speech. Like, it was really monumental. Nobody has ever seen that before. I was really injecting the life into the meetings, and people were saying like, oh my God, you're the best director pick. Nobody else can do it like this. Oh my God, I'm so scared to see your successor. It's just so great to hear things like that, because it really keeps me going. It's the gasoline to my engine. It's the motivation that I need to not only apply that to my directorship, but to my academics, to my life, to my company, to my everything. And I feel like that's such a strong thing to have, is that sense of community around you, that encouragement, that support, and everything. And I thank everybody for that. I thank every single person who supported me. And here we are now. We are blessed and successed. So that is definitely what is going on. So, and let's get into my second. Let's get back to things here. Let's get into our second and last Blace spot of today, where we'll be wrapping up this wonderful episode with our last two segments of the day.
And every single product made by Blace Candles was handmade in New York. And we are so proud to be from New York. We're so proud to be from Iceland.
Blace Candles is about to add their 20th product onto the website. As we near the end of today's wonderful episode, let's cast our gaze forward into a look ahead. 2024 is not just another year, it's a frontier of opportunities for ByBlace. We're talking about exciting new collections, like the home collection of Blace Mills coming in February. I'm really trying to go for like that homey sense, really trying to bring a new face to the Blace Mills, because we do love the Blace Mills. The hemp collection of Blace Candles are arriving in April, which is in 4 new fragrances, all in hemp wax. And it's going to be very much cannabis themed, not like a weed smelling candle, because imagine that, but really hemp wax is so extraordinary to me. And I'm gonna get into that into one of these episodes of season 4, because we are definitely gonna get into cannabis and candles this season. Yup, so stay tuned for that one. But that's gonna definitely air alongside the hemp collection in April, so stay tuned for that. And the floral collection of Blace Scents is arriving in March. So we do have 3 consecutive months where we have new collections coming to the company's catalog. So we're really getting into it this year. So we have first the home collection in February, the floral collection of Blace Scents in March, and the hemp collection of candles in April. So definitely stay tuned for that, because we are endlessly committed to deepening our connection with our community and our supporters. And we're really trying to explore new collaborations of scents this year in 2024, a Blace Frontier, because what a frontier signifies is that this is a whole new slate. This is a new era as ByBlace. We are starting in a new era as ByBlace, and really with that comes a whole new range of opportunities, because ditching that Blace Candles really took off the limitations that we had as a company, because we were only doing so much with the Blace smells, the Blace scents, the everything else. But once I knew that this company was going to grow into more than just Blace Candles, I knew it was time to find a new name that would signify everything else that we're doing, like not just the candles, but the wax melts, the incense, the podcast, what we have planned more for 2024 that I'm actually working on right now. But we are working on so much endlessly this year. It's a whole new frontier, it's a whole new terrain, and we are going to explore and conquer this year. And I can't wait to do that all with y'all. So, and we are always going to continue our journey of sustainable handcraftsmanship, because with sustainability comes helping our planet, and nothing is greater than helping the planet with all natural options with our soy wax from the beginning, and our eventual hemp wax, which is also comes from a plant, and it's sustainable and it's amazing. We do love hemp wax. So the future is definitely bright for ByBlace, the Blace Podcast, everything else, all the collections of ByBlace. And that's another thing that I want to clear up before this episode ends, is that ByBlace is not going to destroy the significance that we've already had in our brands now. So ByBlace is the company, it's the head, it's the tip of the pyramid. And of course, the foundation that we literally built this company off of is Blace Candles. You can never, ever, ever get rid of Blace Candles. So once you see our products, they're all gonna have the same like Blace Candle stickers. And with the Blace Melt, it's gonna say the same name with our Blace Melt stickers on them. Blace Sense is the same thing, but we are going to take off the ByBlace candles because we're not called Blace Candles anymore. But we are going to continue into 2024 a Blace frontier as ByBlace. That's ByBlace. In maintaining a smooth transition to ByBlace, you can still do blacecandles.us to access the website. You can still type up Blace Candles, it'll show up, just to keep that smooth transition going and to not get lost in the sauce, you know. But that's really a look ahead. We have so many more episodes planned for this season. But I do want to go into our final segment of today, Dimming Down. As we extinguish the candle on today's episode, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on this journey and on this episode of the Blace Podcast. Exciting news! Seasons 2, 3, and 4 are now streaming on Spotify, and soon you'll find us on Apple Music as well. So wherever you are, you can take the Blace Podcast with you and even stream it in the background. With the spirit of taking us with you, remember to follow us on Instagram at BlacePodcast or at ByBlace, ByBlace. And visit our website at byblace.us, or if you're keeping with tradition, just do blacecandles.us. And share the light of ByBlace with the world. Until next time, keep those candles burning bright, your wax melts melting great, and your aspirations even brighter. See you later! And God bless the United States of America!